Just 2 months to go for the CAT exam, and now you need to be very careful. Let's straight jump to the topic of preparation. And in this video, every section will be divided into two parts. You can be in either of the two phases. One, you have just started your preparation or completed just a few topics, or you have completed majority of the topics. So in this video, I will cover strategy for both types of people, and obviously it will be very different. First, let's look at the syllabus for the entire CAT exam. For verbal section, these are the topics that you need to cover. For DILR, these are the topics that you need to cover. You can pause the video and note down these things if you want, or take a screenshot. After that, for quant, there are 5 broad areas that you need to cover the syllabus in. First is arithmetic. These are the topics there. Then is algebra. After that, there is number system. After that, there is geometry, and after that, there is modern maths. Now, if you're someone who has covered most of the syllabus, is well prepared, then you need to strategize this way. Verbal and DILR, you don't need to do a lot of theory now. You just need to practice more and more DILR sets, more and more RC passages, as well as more and more mocks that you have to appear for. And for quant, you have to analyze which areas are weak, which areas you are strong in. For example, if you are weak in arithmetic and algebra, then you need to double down on those topics, entirely focus on those topics. Make sure you're able to solve medium to difficult questions from arithmetic and algebra. However, if you think arithmetic and algebra is strong and your other 3 areas, that is geometry, number system, and modern maths, any of these areas are weak, then you can decide what to do. You can just go to a level where you're able to solve easy to medium questions from these topics, and you can still focus on arithmetic and algebra so that you do not miss out on any of those questions coming from those particular topics, because that is the area from where maximum questions will come. So arithmetic and algebra, you need to double down on. Rest topics, if you're very well prepared with the other topics, then only focus on your weak areas, and obviously solve easy to medium questions for the other 3 broad areas. Solve medium to difficult questions for arithmetic and algebra section. And if you're someone who is not very well prepared as of now, your focus needs to be on quants. And for quants, what you have to do is arithmetic and algebra, you have to cover all the syllabus, all the topics under arithmetic and algebra, and that should take you around 40 days to cover all the topics from arithmetic and algebra. After that, for geometry, you just focus on circles and triangles. For number system, you just focus on factors and the basics of numbers like divisibility rules, number properties, and so on. And from modern maths, you don't need to specifically pursue modern maths. So this is going to be your strategy. And for geometry and number system, you can just do the very basics, so that if there are any formula based questions asked in the paper, you can solve those at least. So that is going to be your strategy. Arithmetic, algebra, take 40 days, complete those 2 portions, number system and geometry. Just focus on studying the basic theory. In 10-20 days, you can just cover that theory. Then for verbal, you don't need to do a lot of theory. There's this one video that I have on 6 strategies to crack any RC. Just watch that particular video and start solving RC passages. And for parajumble also, I have a video where you can just see how to approach a parajumble and just start solving it. Practice more and more RC passages though for verbal. And for DILR, again, what you need to do is, for all these topics, just go through them once very quickly. That is, just see the topic and try to see 1 or 2 example problems from each topic. That is, what is the approach of solving any set that comes from this particular topic. That is it. Theory should not take you more than 1 week for DILR as well. And after that, what you have to do is practice more and more DILR. That is going to be your strategy. Practice. Now, studying, focusing a lot on theory of verbal or DILR is not going to help your case. And as far as resources are concerned, what you need to do to prepare is, first of all, for quants, you can use any standard book. That is Nishit K. Sinha, there is Sarvesh K. Verma. If you're enrolled in coaching, then you don't need to buy this book. Just refer to the coaching material. After that, for verbal and DILR, you don't need to buy any book as well. You can just rely on past year papers, the past year mocks, the current year mocks that you have. Don't go for buying any book at this point of time. And for quant, for studying the theory, if you want to understand specific theory portions from different topics, you can use YouTube. There are available lectures from all topics. You can just go type the name of that topic, type CAT preparation. After that, you will find multiple videos from that topic. Just watch any of it and learn the theory. And do remember, past year papers are the most critical aspect of your practice. You need to solve it. You cannot go to the CAT exam without solving the previous year questions. At least 8 to 10 years of paper you need to solve before you go to the examination. And for that, I can refer you, there's this Oswal books, CAT 8 years solved papers. So previous 8 year question papers papers are there for all the sections, verbal, DILR, and quant. So this one book you can use for practicing topic wise questions. The best part is that all of these questions, cat questions, are segregated topic wise as well. So anyone who is preparing new, it will be very useful for them. If you have studied arithmetic, just solve all the arithmetic questions from the past 10 years. If you're studying algebra, just solve all the topic questions from algebra from the past 8 years. So all the questions are segregated topic wise. So this will definitely help you and solve all the questions from this particular book. So this same book also has some smart revision notes, mind maps. So you can use this book for your preparation as well, not just practicing. So this one particular book for practice and for studying the theory, you can use it. And along with that, you can also buy, if you need additional questions to practice, you can also buy the 10 mocks paper, because what I see is if you take a bundle of these two books, it is available at a 45% discount. So you can definitely buy the ATS paper, that is a mandatory. Along with that, for more practice, you can also buy this 10 mocks paper, so that all of these mock tests, additional questions from these mock tests, you can practice. So I'll put the link in the description as well as in the pinned comment to access these discounts. If you want to buy, you can buy it from there. And at the same time, if you want to practice more and more questions, we have also released a lot of RC passages, DILR sets, and quant questions on our portal MBA Circle. However, the only thing is explanation is not available for the quant and the LRDI passages. So that's the LRDI sets. So that's why that is the only catch of the portal, that the explanation will not be available, but you will have no scarcity of questions for sure. However, in the book, yes, both the questions as well as the explanations are mentioned. So you can use this book if you want to practice more and more questions and seek the explanation as well. Then go ahead with the books. So now coming to the schedule of your preparation, if you are someone who is very well prepared, then you need to appear for 4 mocks every week. You need to push your limits now. So Saturday, Sunday, 1 mock each you have to give. You have to analyze those mocks on the same day as well. At the same time, Saturday, Sunday, any revision, anything that you want to do, you can complete it during the weekends. And any of the 2 days during the weekdays, you have to give another 2 mocks. If you find time, if you can give 4 hours, 5 hours every day, then I will suggest you solve the mock and also analyze the mock same day during the weekday itself. However, if you're someone who cannot give more than 2-3 hours on a weekday, then only appear for the mocks, and then you have to push during the weekends and analyze those mocks during the weekends at least. So 2 days your weekdays you have to give for your mocks, and rest 3 days will be for your revision, any analysis that is left, anything that you have forgotten, you want to revisit the theory, or any theory extra that you want to cover. So 3 days of the week will be dedicated to that, and rest 4 days will be dedicated to mock tests. And if you're someone who is not very well prepared, then every week you need to target 2 mocks. You cannot escape the mocks for sure. Even if you have not studied anything, still you need to appear for mocks, because that is what will help you crack the CAT examination. And Saturday, Sunday, you can appear for your mocks, you can do the analysis, you can push during the weekends as well, and do a little bit of theory portion as well. And for the weekdays, you have to dedicate to theory. So 3 days you have to give to quant section, and 1 day for verbal and 1 day for DILR. For verbal day as well, what you have to do is practice more and more RCs, not theory exactly, but it's about practice only. So 3 days to quant, 1 day to DILR, 1 day to verbal, and rest 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, will be for your mocks and analysis. Now for those 3 days of quant, I don't know whether you will require 2 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours, 6 hours in a day, but your idea should be that if I have to complete arithmetic and algebra in 40 days, you need to analyze yourself how many days I need to study each topic, how fast you're able to cover each topic, because someone might be able to do the same topic in 2 hours, someone might require 8 hours. So it's completely up to you, but where you have to schedule is in 40 days, I have to cover all the topics under arithmetic and algebra. How I do it, how many hours you have to commit, that is up to you. Now, very important thing, after the mocks, what you need to do in your analysis, when I'm saying you need to give the mock, you need to do your analysis. So those analysis should also take 2-3 hours at least. So once you have completed a mock, try to go through all the passages. You don't need to read the passages again, just go through the questions and try to analyze why were certain options wrong, why were certain options right. Even those questions which you have got right, try to analyze, is your logic matching with the explanation? If not, then what is the difference? And if you have got certain questions wrong, understand why that option was wrong and why did you mark it right. So that is how you will improve in verbal section. For DILR, whichever set you are not able to to solve during the examination, go and solve it outside the examination. For quant as well, whichever questions you did not attempt or could not solve during the exam, try to solve it. Try to analyze where you are wasting your time. Try to see if you're picking up the wrong sets, wrong questions in quant and DLR. So that will help you improve the next time. Also, it will help you improve if you are leaving out the easy questions or not. If that is the case, then you need to focus more on set selection, more on question selection. So those are the topics that you need to analyze. Those are the areas that you need to work on, and obviously need to solve each and every question after your mock for quant, DLR, and verbal. And a lot of people have this doubt whether I should stick to CAT preparation at this time or should also switch to ZAT preparation and interview preparation as well. So the idea is very simple. If you think that you're not very well prepared for CAT, focus entirely on CAT. We will see the other topics later. But if you think that yes, you're more or less there for CAT preparation, then you can start your ZAT preparation, but not a lot. Maximum 30 minutes, 1 hour every day you can start. I have already launched my ZAT decision making course and people have started buying it. But even if you buy it after CAT exam, that's completely fine. You can buy it after that as well. You can start your preparation after CAT exam as well. If you think you're very well prepared, only then start for ZAT preparation. And for interview preparation, you don't need to start on anything else. If you have time, you can just go through newspaper every day for maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Just read the newspaper. That's more than enough at this stage. All the preparation we will start after your CAT exam for your interviews. And for ZAT exam, again, if you're very well prepared, as I said, you can start with decision making section and some other sections. In case you think that, okay, I want to start after CAT exam, it's completely possible to crack ZAT in last 30 days as well. So you can focus entirely on CAT too. So that's it for the 2 month strategy. And I will request you to push your limits for these last 2 months. If you push your limits just for these last 2 months, focus entirely on preparation, forget everything else. These 2 months can change the next 5-10 years of your life. Try to think about your parents. They have put so much effort to educate you. Try to make them proud in these last 2 months. Focus entirely on preparation. Push your limits. These 2 months can transform your life.